A very lovely hello to all my class 10th champions, to all board warriors. I know you must have been preparing for your board exam with full determination and dedication. I know you guys are fully focused to your board exam because board exam is just few days away. So this is very sensitive time, very crucial time for you all. Any one mistake can cost you marks deduction in your board exam. So you all are putting effort, you all are doing hard work, but ask yourself honestly, the way that you guys are studying, is it sufficient to get good marks in your exam? Ask yourself. So my dear, I'm going to give you a very important tips and tricks how you guys should revise your subject quickly before 10 days of exam. So in this video, I'm going to give you subject-wise revision tips, my dear. And these tips and tricks are usually followed by toppers every year. And they have proven that these tips and tricks really worked a lot. So my dear, you should also apply before your exam, before sitting in examination hall, right? So let's begin this quality video for you all. Subject wise, final revision strategy, score maximum in last few days, my dear. So don't revise everything equally. Very important thing. So some student, what they used to do, they used to switch themselves frequently from this topic to this topic, from this topic to this topic. Don't do this. Don't study as per your comfortability. What you guys usually to do, the topic which is convenient and which is comfortable to you, you guys used to invest your energy particularly on that topic. I don't know why. If you are strong in that particular topic, why you guys are investing your energy on that particular topic? That is already strong, my dear. Right? So don't revise everything equally. Revise based on marks plus mistakes plus memory. Yes, my dear, the topic which is challenging and difficult for you, go and try all those topics. Work on those topics and analyze what kind of challenges you are facing there, what kind of mistakes you are making there, and are you able to memorize the concept or not for a long. So go and try all those topics which looks scary to you, which is troubling you a lot. But don't revise any same topic again and again frequently. That is favorite and nearest and dearest to you. Don't do this. Come on, my dear, because you are going to appear in board exam. And as you all know, the pattern of board exam is a bit changed. There will be, quality questions, competency-based questions will be there. So you have to come out from the boundary. You have to think about out of the box, my dear. You have to increase your, critical thinking ability. Then only you guys will be able to score good marks in board exam, right? Revision is not, some student takes revision as just rereading the books. You used to just reread the books. Come on, just reading the books will not give you the marks if you are not practicing a lot. Just reading the books will not give you the marks. Revision means active recall, the concept and the topic which were lagging earlier, now it is clear or not. Come on, compare that. If let's say for example you were confused in discriminant, how to find discriminant in maths, you were confused 2 days ago and you practiced in between 2 days. Okay, now are you able to do the questions based on discriminant or not? Ask yourself. Come on, ask yourself. So recall is very important, active recall. Please give values to these points. These are very powerful points. These points have proven, my dear, because I used to suggest every year the toppers and they used to follow these points and it has proved. So active recall, right? PYQs. No need to switch here and there. Don't go different websites. Don't solve different books in these days. Otherwise you will be confused. Your motivation will decline. So the point is that stick with limited resource and practice more. Come on, practice more. Hi, yeah, you can focus on PYQs. Come on. Yes, you can focus on PYQs. PYQs will give you the overall pattern, what kind of questions CBSE has been asked in past few years. So that will give you the overall pattern, overview of the question paper, the level of question, the weightage and all. And CBSE is asking, not exactly same question, but the logical will be same. Logic, concept will be remain same. So if you are solving the past 10 years question paper, that will be, powerful booster for you all. So come on, go and focus on PYQs. So active recall, PYQ plus writing practice. Some student thinks like, I am reading the books, Yeah, this will be enough. No, come on. If you're not practicing, if you're not writing, if you're not practicing in written method, nothing will be happen in examination hall. You cannot do. See, in examination, if you're not practicing here at your home, where your environment is in your favor, how you can directly perform in examination hall, where the stress level will be on peak, the chaos will be everywhere, your motivation will break down whenever you are entering to the examination hall. Come on, if you are thinking that I will directly write answers in examination hall, I'll do the written method of response directly in exam. So this is very wrong, bad mentality, I can say simply. Practice now in written manner, in written method. Come on, practice now. That will only can give you the result. Second, so if I talk about maths revision, how you guys should revise mathematics, your favorite subject. I know your favorite subject is maths. So in math revision fails because students read solution instead of solving. Come on, get rid over of this thinking. Come on, you cannot memorize the solution directly. Maths demands concept, clarity, calculation, accuracy, and your speed. Yes, only by reading the solution you cannot perform in maths. Maths revision fails because student only read the solution. Come on, only reading the solution will not give you the result if you're not practicing. So you have to solve the question. Come on, you have to solve the question. If you are solving the question, your doubts will be clear. Your confidence will be on peak. What kind of problem and challenges you might having, by solving you can decide only. If you are not solving, so what kind of problem you are having with maths, you cannot get it. No, if you don't know the problem, that the kind of problem and difficulty you are having in maths, how you can perform in mathematics? You cannot perform. So first solve and analyze your mistakes, your difficulty level, your problem, calculation mistakes, formula, you're not able to memorize the formula and all. So by solving the question, you guys can come to the conclusion. Okay. Rule number 1, so I want to suggest you, rule number 1, revise chapter wise formulas first. Come on, revise chapter wise formula. Yes, every day revise formulas in these days. Your 17th February is your exam day, right? So you don't have so much of time. So come on, rule number 1 should be executed in your life. If you are revising, if you all are genuinely practicing and preparing for your board exam honestly, so please execute rule number 1. Trigonometry, AP, quadratic, circle, statistics, because these chapters are directly based on formula, my dear. These chapters are directly based on formula. Trigo, AP, arithmetic progression, quadratic equation, circle, statistics. Formulas must be instant. The formula should be on your tongue directly. If you see the question, write the formula over there. Right? So formula will reduce your stress level. Formula will reduce your time in examination hall. If you don't know the formula, you are pressurizing your mind. Come on, I know the formula, I'm missing what happened, I'm missing the formula. This activity will waste your time in examination hall. Right? So please follow the formula completely of every chapter. Look, I'm prioritizing chapter wise. By the way, there are 14 chapters in maths, but I'm giving the priority to this chapter first. Rule number 2, solve only these type of questions. Go through the NCERT example, NCERT exercises and previous year question. In these days especially, don't move to here and there books, different kind of resources. You guys, what you do? You follow the different YouTube channels, you follow different resources, websites. Come on, don't do this. For God's sake, stop this, my dear. Please stick with these. NCERT example, NCERT exercises, and focus on previous year question, my dear. Yeah, for case study based question, you guys can go through any website particularly, but follow only one any particular website. But don't move here and there. Don't roam here and there frequently, my dear. You will be confused. Okay. Rule number 3, I want to suggest you maintain a mistake copy. Mistake copy is important. If you made mistake in any particular question, so what mistake it was, just write down on copy and analyze all the mistakes you are having in mathematics. Right? If you are making the mistake, so analyze why this mistake is occurred, why you are lagging in the question, why you are not able to solve the question accurately. Right? So analyze, and analysis is very important. So every silly mistake is equal to 1 mark lost. Come on, your marks will be lost. Okay, fix it once, you won't be repeated in exam. Okay. For science revision tips, I want to suggest you in science is not about reading, it's about clarity plus keyword. Keyword is very important. Keyword plays very important role in science, my dear. Very important role in science, my dear. I will be giving you some example, don't worry. So if I talk about, science is categorized into 3 groups: physics, chemistry and biology. So if I talk about physics, revision formulas plus numericals. See, to do the numerical, first you should have the formula. If I ask you, find out the power in electricity, you don't know the formula. So power is basically equals to VI. So if you don't know the formula, how you can get the result? No, you cannot. So the formula should be there. If I ask you, in front of a concave mirror an object is kept something, then what will be the focal length? So if I ask, concave mirror is there, so mirror formula will be used. So the student who know the formula, he or she will be able to do the question. So revise formulas. Formula is very important in physics, and focus on numericals also, because there will be 2 or 3 numericals in physics in your exam. Diagrams are free marks. Yes, my dear, diagram should be clear. For example, if I ask you, define solenoid, explain solenoid. What is solenoid? So in solenoid, you should make the diagram also. Explain in words and make the diagram. Solenoid, a soft iron core is wounded by number of tons of copper wire. This is called solenoid. So make sure to make the diagram neat and clean and explain in words also. So diagram will leads you the marks also. It will help you to get you marks, my dear. So diagram plays important role in, my dear, physics. And diagram is in almost in every chapter, in hypermetropia, myopia, ray optics, image formation, everything. Okay, now if I talk about chemistry, my dear, so in chemistry, look at chemistry, reactions, equation. So focus on reaction and equation. Come on, focus on reaction and equation. Go through the reaction, how to balance the reaction, what are the important reaction. Like if I tell you neutralization reaction, very important reaction. When acid reacts with base, when an acid reacts with base, salt forms and water releases. This is exothermic reaction. So if the question is asking like define neutralization reaction with one example, so you should have example, you should have reaction of acid and base. So we can take HCl, we can take base NOH. So when HCl will react with NOH, this OH will combine with and Na will combine with Cl. So NaCl will form and water will be released and some heat will be there. So this is exothermic reaction. So if you don't know the chemical reaction, you cannot write. So make sure to focus on chemical reactions and equation. Very important, my dear. Do not mug up. Yeah, do not only mug up. You guys used to do mug up. Even you are mugging up the maths questions also, solutions also, my dear. This is not the identity of a good student. A loser student usually do this, mugging the formula, mugging the solution and all. Do not mug up. Understand why the reaction happens. Why the reaction happens, my dear. You have to understand why the reaction happens, my dear. Like if I ask you, my dear, when MgOH reacts with MgOH whole twice, because valency of, when MgOH2 reacts with, simple question I'm asking to you, Na, what will happen, my dear? We know sodium is highly reactive than magnesium. So magnesium is positive in nature and sodium is also positive in nature. So sodium will be replacing the magnesium there. So NaH will form and magnesium will become alone. So why this reaction is occurring? Why this reaction is going on? Because sodium is highly reactive than magnesium. We all know this. Potassium, sodium, magnesium. I hope you know potassium, sodium, magnesium. So sodium is highly reactive than magnesium. So why the reaction is going on? You should have the information about this. Right, I hope you have understood. So go and focus on chemical reaction equation, right, and focus on some chemical name also with their formula. Like if I ask you sulfuric acid, so sulfuric acid is what? H2SO4, my dear. H2SO4. This is called sulfuric acid. So by the way, chemical name will be hydrogen sulfate, right? But this is called sulfuric acid also. I hope you are getting my point. So you have the information about the chemical name and journal name there. Okay, now if I move to biology, my dear. So in biology, focus on NCERT lines. Yes, for biology especially, NCERT is very important. Very important. Most of the question will be there from NCERT. Trust my words, my dear. Okay, practice label diagram. Diagram very important. If I talk about diagram of human heart, so make sure to make the diagram neat and clean, my dear. Everything should be neat and clean. Aorta, ventricle, vena cava, and everything should be there. You know, human heart circulates the body, and human body, the blood circulation is called double circulation, because deoxygenated blood comes and oxygenated blood goes to the body, throughout the body. So everything should be there. So diagram is very important in biology. So there are few very most frequent asked diagram in biology, like human heart, nephron, neuron. Like, so focus on those diagram. Learn definition word to word. My dear, one thing I want to suggest you all, whenever you are explaining any definition, whether from physics, chemistry and biology, please focus on keywords, or I can say focus words. Please always mention these focus words and keywords. Please, this is very important. Let me give you an example. If I ask you, define what is Fleming's left hand rule. So if I ask you what is Fleming's left hand rule, my dear, so according to Fleming left hand rules, when we hold a straight current conductor in left hand as mutually perpendicular to each other. So mutually perpendicular to each other, thumb, forefinger and middle finger should be mutually perpendicular to each other. So the mutually perpendicular each other is very important word for this. Mutually perpendicular to each other. If you are not writing this word while defining the Fleming left hand rule, means your answer will be considered as incomplete. Are you getting my point? The examiner, the evaluator will be eagerly looking out to the focus word, whether the focus word is written by the student or not, my dear. So mutually perpendicular to each other. When we hold a straight current wire in our left hand, as thumb, forefinger and middle finger are mutually perpendicular to each other, then thumbs gives the direction of force, right? Four fingers give the direction of what? Come on. Four finger give the direction of, just let me know. Yes, father, mother, children, force, magnetic field, current. So middle finger give the direction of current, forefinger give the direction of magnetic field, and thumb give the direction of force. So each and every information should be mentioned, and this will be playing the important role over there. I hope you are getting my point. So whenever you are defining any question, like if I ask you reflex arc, define reflex arc. So the pathway of reflex action, if you are defining the reflex arc, my dear, if you are defining the reflex arc, so the pathway of reflex action, the pathway of reflex action is called reflex arc. So the reflex action word must be over there. I hope you are getting my point. So whenever you are defining or writing any information, you are responding the question from science section, my dear, especially in science, my dear, the focused word, the keyword should be there. Simple. If I ask you on which principle generator works, electric generator, my dear, so the principle should be over there. The first word, if I ask you by which, what is the reason behind it, why, stars twinkle, why the star twinkles? So star twinkles due to atmospheric refraction. So if you are not mentioning this word there, atmospheric refraction, then your answer will be considered as incomplete, because stars twinkles due to atmospheric refraction. You are writing the complete story, you are creating your own story and different thing. Examiner never wants your summary, your essay type answer. No, they looks to your focus word. They always give priority to the focus word, my dear. Are you getting my point? So focus word, please focus on focus word keywords, my dear. It should be over there. Moving to next, social science, my dear. So social science, this is SST, simply social studies. So what are the revision tips, my dear? So SST looks big, but it is actually scoring if revised smartly. So you have to revise smartly. If I talk about history, learn headings. Heading, please focus on heading. Timelines and keywords, my dear. Don't write stories, write points, my dear. Yes, my dear, this is very important. what you guys used to do in exam, you start writing, big answer, very long stories and all. Examiner never wants long story, essay form. They always look to write points only, exact points, the relevant points, my dear, the relevant points. So don't write stories, write points, my dear. Now in geography, maps is very important. Go and focus on maps. Practice maps daily for 10 minutes. At least you should give 10 minutes daily to practice the maps, my dear. In civics, understand concept, don't mug up, of course. Explain, make answer strong, my dear. In civics, make answer strong, my dear. Civics is scoring chapter, a scoring subject. Economics, definitions plus diagram plus step equals to full marks. Yes, in economics, definition is very important, right? And SST hack is there, writing tip. If question is of 5 marks, write 5 solid points, not 3 long paragraphs. If the question carry 5 marks, so make sure to write over there at least 5 solid points, my dear. Instead of making the long story or just writing long paragraph but only 3 paragraph is there, so your answer will be considered as incomplete and your marks may be deducted over there. So if the question carry 5 marks, make sure to write at least 5 solid points. Moving to English language. So English revision tips, basically, if I talk about literature, my dear, revise themes. Yes, themes, revise themes, character traits and key lines, my dear. Key lines. Quotes help but are not compulsory. Yes, it generally helps, but it is not compulsory, my dear, quotes and all. But you should focus on quotes as well. So revise them. Grammar, if I talk about grammar, my dear, if I talk about grammar, so in grammar, practice daily. You have to practice daily in grammar, tenses, determiners, modals, SVA and reported speech. If I talk about writing section, learn in formats perfectly. Yes, my dear, your format should be correct, because in language, especially in English, your evaluator, examiner will go through the language also. In this chapter, your language, your grammatical mistake matters here. In science, generally sometimes teachers ignore over there, because in science concept should be there. But if I talk about language, any language, Hindi, English, any language, your grammatical mistakes may lead to deduction of your marks, my dear. So your grammatical, there should be not any grammatical error. Your language, your format should be exactly correct. So introduction, in writing section, introduction will be there. Content writing, conclusion will give you the full marks. And later writing is also there. So make sure if you are preparing for later writing, please focus on later writing also. In later writing, what is important? Format. Format is very important, my dear. Application, later writing, everything, right? Formal and informal, later writing, whatever. So format plays very important. Please focus on format, my dear. Now, if I talk about Hindi or any other language, so there is no any special hack for language, but revise summaries. Please, you don't have so much of time. Don't go through the complete history and all, complete in detail the chapter. No, always revise the summaries, my dear. Summary will help you out. And practice answers in written form. Focus on grammar and writing format. I have already told you this. The third point is valid for both English and Hindi, for both. Focus on grammar and writing format. One written answer daily is enough to stay confident. Yes, of course, if you are practicing the Hindi or any language, please practice in written manner, my dear. So these are the tips. By using that, you guys can revise your all the subject quickly in very less period of time. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you want some more hacks, some more study and tips and tricks in any subject, just let me know in comment section. Thank you so much for watching.